Where the fuck is Derrick, my brother asks. I don't know. It's your city. At this point, Chris and I have already walked 30 minutes into the retail sector of Panama City, packs fully loaded for days in the Darien. We've posted up at a bus stop near the Modern Mall, hoping to be able to catch Derrick and a ride. My clothes are completely sweated out. Whatever piece of cloth not wet on my brother soon will be due to the stress on set by Derrick's absence. 2 o'clock, our meeting hour, has come and gone, and Derrick is nowhere to be found at the Multicentro. Indigenous Panamanians wait beside us, the slightest movement setting off rattles from their orange and green beaded legs. The city is loud with the construction of an overpass directly over our heads and smells of pollution. Chris's phone rings. He speaks in English, so that's a good sign. Where? Oh yeah, I know where that is. Okay. We're coming for you. Just stay put. John, get a taxi. I do as I'm told, and seconds later we're loading our bags and racing east. Derrick had apparently chosen the other mall, one not in downtown but still on the way. So a few U-turns here and Y-turnabouts there. All 3 of us are laughing off the misunderstanding and blazing out of town to hopefully catch up to a bus of any sort. Neither us or the cabbie want anything to do with a taxi trip to the Darien. Just past the airport, we catch up to a bus, a mid-sized vessel that is already packed to the brim with people. My brother gives the cabbie $25 and we're square. Our dramatic arrival has caused a bit of a stir in the depot, and locals gather to watch the Gringo show. Pedestrians walking across footbridges take a break, leaning against the rails. Heads turn inside bakeries. Look at the Gringos work. Our packs are thrown literally on top of the bus, and the adventure continues. Derrick's frame matches my brother's, and they easily snake on the bus, merging into spots near the back. By the time my length is fully entered, my neck is kinked in such a way that my right ear is resting against the roof. I count 36 people, 32 seats, and 7 vanilla air fresheners hanging from the center mirror. The lieutenant, the money collector, a presence on every South American bus I would ride, never loses his position on the door's lower step, always assuring full stretch for his frame. I'm green with jealousy. At times I join him on the step, but still my head requires bending to keep from involuntarily slamming into the roof during potholes. Not only are both lanes of the road available for driving, but both shoulders, and are unfortunately needed more than one would like. From Panama City to Arimay is about 90 miles. Pastel houses fly political posters, but their neon colors eventually give way to the lush shades of green filling the Panamanian countryside. Cows with sleepy eyes, like those in India, casually graze in their lush fields. Soft mountains roll in the distance, thick with trees. At various stops, those in need to part urinate quickly in plain view, and once finished, wedge themselves back onto the bus. With consistency, the onboard population expands and contracts, and halfway through the bumpy trek I'm now firmly entrenched by the window, but next to a woman who won't move to an open row. I mean, the whole row is just sitting there, waiting for you to take it. Derrick and my brother are still towards the back half of the bus, and of no assistance in my silent struggle to move this steward of the aisle through osmosis. Our first checkpoint is quite a serious one, and located just before crossing Lake Bayano. Passports are a must. The purpose of this station is to document all foreigners going in and out of the Darien, and the soldiers don't seem too happy about it. Actually, no one is happy about it. Foreigners don't like it because it's a hold-up and we are not drug dealers. Panamanians despise it because they only keep track of foreigners, in essence, not caring about whether their own countrymen disappear in the Wild West that is the Darien. Of course, we can buy snacks while all the information is being processed, or more specifically, being written down on a clipboard. Our time on the bus ends another pinched hour and a half later at the next checkpoint that doubles as the border of the Darien province, as well as a beef inspection center. My brother informs me the United States invests $30 million a year in these beef checkpoints for Panama, hopefully ensuring a healthy product. Considering we're not beef, we still spend a long time waiting at the station for our next mode of transport that would assuredly get us all the way to Arimay. 2 bags of Doritos later, the 3 of us are on our final stretch to Arimay in a gold Nissan sedan with no seatbelts, no inside door panels, but a kick-ass, jade-felted steering wheel cover. Derrick and I both have an inquisitive look on our face, asking no one in particular, when is this car going to blow up? Liriano, my brother's company's foreman who is settled in the passenger seat, arranged the ride with one of 2 men in RMI that have a vehicle. The 3 of us are thankful for this, and even more so when Manuel, the car's owner, shuttles us to Santa Fe for dinner after dropping off Liriano for our first meal since breakfast. In his 3rd year of Peace Corps, Chris had been the regional director in the Darien and lived with a doctor in Santa Fe. His local knowledge takes us to his favorite restaurant, and seemingly aware of Chris's presence, the restaurant has been stocked with prawns. All of us take part, and in minutes 3 plates of prawns, rice, and lentils are inhaled. Satisfied, my attention could finally drift to the thousands of branches making up the walls, the husband and wife at the corner table, and the sweating beer in front of me. We've made it. Manuel returns and we climb into his golden chariot once again for the quick 10-minute return trip to RMI. A small fee is paid and we march towards our sleeping quarters while Manuel creeps down the only road in town to his house. After another 100 yards, the car's lights shut off. Our lodgings are located on the 2nd floor of the community center, a 2-story structure built of wood and thatch that's bottom floor is cemented and used for meetings and dances, while the top houses 2 bedrooms, the women's artisan store, and a social area with chairs, a table, and hammocks. Derrick and I take a room each. Chris, one of the hammocks. Everyone is too tired to shower. Where is the shower? 5:45 is the wake-up time in the morning, allowing 15 minutes of grogginess before breakfast at 6. Then, we work. He had been visiting Aaron for 2 weeks, hoping to find a similar type job in Panamania. Oh my god.